Hey everyone, this is Justin and I'm living to camp. And speaking of camping, I am about to go up this hill and camp in this cave. Come check it out. So this hill is definitely steeper than it looks. It's about 400 feet in elevation gain, so it's not that bad. Don't have to go very far from the car, which is nice. I've never actually slept in a cave before, but this is supposed to be pretty cool. It actually has a lot of history. People have been coming to this cave for thousands of years. So we'll talk about that too. Ooh, and kind of rocky. All right, we made it to the top. Came from all the way down there. Someone's shooting guns in the distance over there. So, came all the way up here. Made it up. Very tired, but it's very beautiful in here. Now this is the cave. It's more of a, what we call a rock shelter. And there's some maybe poop, so I would not be surprised if there's some bats in here. And I'll just be sleeping here, kind of more towards the mouth of the cave, just so I have shelter if it rains, which it probably won't. Yeah, we'll just be posting up right there. Have a great view of the stars tonight, and I'll get some photography of that. All right, I got this sleeping pad here. See how it works. Self-inflating. I looked at it, a bunch of different ones. I have one that's really small for backpacking, but it's just too small. This looked like it might be a little bit more comfortable. The bedding is basically set up here. And I think that calls for all that work, a little bit of lemonade here. Southern peach lemonade. That's good. Calypso, taste of the islands. Really, if it's in a glass bottle and it's nice, sweet, that's what I like. I like a good soda, a sody as I like to call it. But this is all they had in a glass bottle. I could have gotten a Coke, but anyway, what do you call soda where you're from? I know in where I'm from, sort of in the Midwest, we call it soda. My wife is from Texas, they call it Coke. And people in the South I know do too. It's like, what kind of Coke do you want? Anyway, I call it sody now. It's sody. And I got my wife to call it sody too. I got a nice little pot for cooking tonight. Could have a fire out here, you know, especially when it's cooler, but it's so nice. It's going to be, you know, it's funny because it's in the 90s. By the morning, early, you know, 4 o'clock in the morning or so, it's going to get down to like 70. So we're dropping, you know, 20 degrees at least. It's about 90 right now, or 89 or something, and it's supposed to get down to 80 by 10 o'clock or so, and then just down into the 70s. So it's pretty nice. It's going to be really pleasant. So anyway, I'm going to get my stove fired up, and I have an interesting meal tonight. It's going to be some salmon, some yakisoba noodles, and some curry, some coconut curry sauce, like a Thai sauce. Should be pretty good. You go. In this area here, you have there's yucca and there's agave. And what they've found in this cave is that there is, thousands of pieces of what they call quid. So kind of like with an artichoke, where you can chew off pieces of it and then kind of get the meaty part off, and then you just throw away the fibrous part. The yucca and the agave are kind of like that. So indigenous people would do that. They would chew like the heart, essentially, of those plants. They'd also roast the plants in agave roasting pits that are scattered throughout the desert here. But they have found in this cave here discarded pieces of what's called quid, which is those fibrous parts that were chewed up and then discarded. They've been able to come up with a way to extract the DNA from those pieces, and they figured out that people have been coming here for at least 1,000 years. And it actually tells us that the Numic people have been coming here for longer than what we originally thought. So the Numic people are the people of the Great Basin, the Ute, the Paiute, the Shoshone people, and there's all this gunfire happening, so it's echoing through this canyon, so it keeps cutting me off. But yeah, so I've seen pieces of chert around here, which is pieces of rock that have been broken up for creating weapons. But one thing I read was that the amount of those pieces of quid that they've found here, it's higher than usual, than you would find in other rock shelters like this. And so they feel like this may have been a special place. Now, what I can tell you is that right out here in that valley is the Old Spanish Trail. And it's a little known fact, it might become a segment on the show, it's a little known fact that the Old Spanish Trail is actually just a series of trails that indigenous people were already using for trade. People all the way from the coast trading inland with different tribal groups. And so, my guess here is that they would, that trail there would be a place of trade and travel, and this would be a place that you can see it from down there if your eyes are keen to it. And this must have been a place for maybe even people coming together. May have had a special ceremonial function, I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna treat the place with reverence, of course, and just enjoy and be in amazement of this place and the history and the people who've been here for thousands of years. That's kind of, my thoughts on it. Some of these noodles in here. And add this sauce. Oh yeah. Perfect. And the curry sauce, coconut curry. For the noodles, a fork probably would have been better. This works. Oh yeah, right there. there's a bat right there. Pretty sure. And that looks like some kind of nest, potentially. Take a walk around the cave here a little bit. It's nice and cool here in the evening on a September day. We have some Joshua trees on the hillside here. We have these barrel cactus right here. And you can see up there, the one with the one stem coming up the middle, that's an agave. And then you have this, you know, prickly pear kind of thing. And then probably a Mojave yucca there. And some Mormon tea right there. And here's the cave, of course. And from here, you can see my gear. But down below at all, you can't see it at all. Which is kind of cool. It's really cool how the plants just fill in all the gaps along the ridge of the cave here. There's the, I'm not sure what kind of cactus that is up there. You got some flowers, some birds. Careful walking down this hill. The sun is kind of setting around the corner here. Yeah, wow. That's worth coming over here for. Well, the air mattress is nice and inflated, so we should get the sleeping bag. It's a down sleeping bag. Probably won't need that kind of warmth tonight, but it'll be comfortable at least to lay on. Let that air up a little bit. And I even brought a little memory foam pillow. Should be comfortable. Bed's all ready to go. I'm just enjoying the breeze just outside of the cave mouth there, and hearing the birds chirping over here, just chasing each other. Got some bees buzzing around. Other than that, it's just quiet out here. No more gunshots, which is nice. So anyway, we're hoping we can get some of the Milky Way tonight. I got the Canon 6D in the bag. Thinking maybe doing a time lapse or at least some astrophotography. There's an airplane. Never completely away from civilization. Las Vegas isn't too far from here. which is nice. You can drive not too far away from the city and be in a beautiful place like this. Just have to suffer the occasional airplane that goes overhead. Taking a couple of shots with the 60 before I go to bed. And don't have a great light here to shine on me, but yeah, we're gonna get ready to hit the hay. There's not a bad shot right there. All right, well, I'm laying down, going to sleep. Good night, everyone. There are bats flying over my head, dive bombing me occasionally. So hopefully that's all good. That doesn't cause any problems. I think the worst that could happen there is they poop on you. Hopefully I don't get the hentavirus as well from breathing the air in here. But I think I'll be okay. And yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Well, it turns out that that was a nest back there. It was a badger's nest. So a little badger came crawling out of that hole. His eyes glowing as I shine the light because I heard the noise, and then he kind of tucked himself in back and forth, and he went across the other side of the cave. So kind of a little worried about that. Probably okay, but I'll probably just bounce out for a while. But I'd hate to be clawed in my sleep by a badger. Oh well. We'll try to get a couple more hours of sleep and then get out of here. Yeah, good morning. Made it through the night in the cave with no further incident from the badger, which is good. It's definitely very overcast this morning. It rained for a few hours, just let up. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I slept very well though. Once the rain started, it was like a gentle rain. I was able to just kind of have that soothe me to sleep. I'd be woken up occasionally by a screeching bat, or they like to chase each other around in the cave, flying around, making noise like they do. But I think it may rain a little bit in a few hours, so I'll have a window. I think I'm going to go ahead and pack it up and get out of here. But yeah, this pad did really well. It's not that thick. It fits inside the backpack. I'm impressed. Slept well. All right, let's get to it. Well, made it down the hill. I had the variable frame rate on, so I think I won't get any audio from the way down, but that's okay. So as I was packing up, I moved my bag, and there was this enormous brown spider on top of it as I moved it, and I didn't see it until I moved it, and it jumped out of the way, and I kind of checked it out, but it was bulbous and it was brown, and I'm pretty sure it was a brown recluse. So I shaked the bag out really well and shaked out my material before I start packing it in, and you know, I'm almost done packing, and then it comes over towards me and my gear. And so it's like it comes over and it stops and just stares at me. So I got that. I was able to get it the second time on my cell phone because I didn't have my camera ready the first time. And it scurried off into a hole too quick. All right, there he is. Brown recluse. Pretty sure they're fast too. Oh my gosh. So I have proof that I wasn't making up the brown recluse story. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the badger on video, but anyway, wonderful trip. Really enjoyed it. Glad you were able to watch, all 5 or 10 of you. And we're just going to keep doing these trips. I hope you liked it. If this is something that you like, hope you can subscribe to the channel. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any thoughts on the spider or sleeping in a cave in general, whether it's a good idea or not. I mean, it certainly was a rot with dangers: bats, badgers, brown recluses, the 3 Bs, and no beer to make it even better. You know what I mean? I just had some lemonade. So, well. Thanks for watching Living to Camp, and we hope you get out there and camp real soon. We'll see you next time. See ya every Thursday. We're doing one of these videos, so we hope you'll tune in and check us out on social media too. Take care.